Hey everybody.
Hello.
We're traveling teachers.
If you don't know, now you do.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Graham.
We live here in Kunming, China.
Today we are doing a tour of the breweries around Kunming, around our city.
So brewing in China is not as popular as it is in the US, but it's something that we're passionate about, and Graham is actually thinking about starting brewing himself. He just really enjoy beer, so we wanted to check out some of the breweries. We haven't been to most of these places. We thought we would show you around to see what the scene is like here in Kunming. The first location that we're at is called Yunpure, which is a little tricky to find. You have to go inside of a restaurant, and we were kind of standing outside like the weird Lauai that didn't know where they were going.
Yeah.
But eventually we figured out, our friend said, go through the restaurant, you're gonna feel weird. Go through the restaurant, go to the back, and then it's gonna be a little patio outside.
The person who owns this place supplies beer ingredients for the rest of the province of Yunnan. And so this feels almost like the mecca of beer brewing in Yunnan.
We've already had our first beer. I'm drinking the raspberry wheat shumei, which I remembered is raspberry, and Graham is drinking an American pale ale.
Yeah, it's very good.
All right.
Cool. Cheers. How is it?
Careful, I'm gonna drink all of it. So we're just talking about how our friend.
你们要什么酒？拿给你们打。
Do you want? 我喜欢IPA。
IPA。
我喜欢两杯。对。We both like the same one.
We have to pace ourselves because we have like 3 other pubs to go to.
The 3 pubs, like anyway, so we were saying, I forget who said it to me, but somebody said, oh, beer is where you start drinking, then next you move on to wines, and then you move on to whiskey, because beer is the poor man's drink. But these days, it seems like
Who to that?
our generation appreciates beer a lot more, and it's not like we're drinking the Bud Light.
Yeah, look at that. Just
Yeah.
look at that.
This is so beautiful.
Look at how beautiful it is.
Cheers.
Beer today is not the poor man's drink. I don't think there's maybe in the past there was a progression from beer to wine to whiskey. I think I'm just gonna stay on beer because there's so many, like now that I'm learning a little bit about home brewing, there's so many different combinations that you can do with beer. It's really endless. I mean, you take a look at the malts that they have
Yeah, you
here.
can see, I mean, this is where people go to get a lot of their ingredients for brewing.
She said.
And yeah, there's a lot of ingredients here. So many flavor options. Yeah, so these days it seems like people our age appreciate beer for what it is, and we're not just drinking it to get drunk as fast as we can. Which, I mean,
It's fun to get drunk.
yeah, do that too. But
Let's be honest.
yeah.
quite
But it's
fun.
also nice and enjoyable. So one thing that's interesting about Kunming, like all the brewers in Kunming are all friends. So everybody was saying, oh, go to this place, go to this place. Even here, they're saying like, oh, go to Chaba. Like, we're just like, oh yeah, we're friends with them.
Yeah.
So it's a very close-knit community here in Kunming. Hey everyone, so now we're at our next brewery, which is Ego, or Ego Bar.
There's one difference about this place that you don't find in the other places. What difference is that, Ashley?
As far as I know, they do not brew their own beer on location. We don't know anybody that owns this bar. But
Not yet.
yes, true, not yet. They do have a lot of guest beers, a lot of selection, and they also sell imported beers. So we've been here before. So right now we're trying 2 of the Ego brewed beers. Graham is trying Goes, and I'm trying a wheat beer. And yeah, they're pretty tasty.
I feel like this place, we came here a number of months ago. We really enjoyed ourselves. However, there's places that we've visited in Kunming after I come in here that were also quite good. There's a lot of really good places to drink beer in Kunming. People who brew beer here, it's quite a small, close-knit community. We hope that the community gets bigger. We hope that more people do home brewing. Beer is such a complex thing to brew. So, as Ashley mentioned, they don't brew their beer here. However, beer here is quite good, and there's such a huge selection of beer that you can take home as well.
A lot of guest taps.
Yeah, a lot of guest taps. They have a ton of really good taps. Next place we're going to is Humdinger.
So this is the brew house.
Okay.
Like all these are fermenters.
Ah, okay.
Bright tank,
Okay.
which is used for maturation. We've
Okay.
got 8 2,000-liter fermenters, and then this 2,000-liter bright tank. So total capacity around like 18,000.
Okay.
Basically, when you have beer, you're trying to extract the sugars from the grain
Right.
to make wort.
Yeah.
Basically, a sugar water.
Yeah.
And then the yeast will eat that sugar and the sugar water or wort, and then it makes alcohol and CO2.
I know nothing about beer.
It's like
Break down proteins,
okay.
so your beer can become clearer.
So like 150 to 168 Fahrenheit, like generally.
I mean,
Roughly around.
I
Depends
do
on
it in
the
Celsius.
Oh, do you?
So, yeah, I'm not sure.
How much beer can you produce from a setup like this?
This 2,000-liter brew house.
Okay.
So 2,000
2,000
liters.
liters.
Yeah. That's why all of our fermenters right now are 2,000 liters. We're
Right.
hoping to get different 4,000 liters coming up,
Okay.
but we don't have that demand right now.
How many Humdingers are there in Kunming?
We have 3.
And so do you brew everything
Two of
here
them.
in this location? Or-
We make most of the higher production things here. So our wheat is the most popular, as well as lagers, like the stout and the regular IPA is all made here. But our more specialty beers are made at our original location, which is a 500-liter brew house with 1,000-liter fermenters. So we can do 500 or 1,000-liter batches, depending. So, specialty there, main stuff here. I've been brewing for about 6 to almost 7 years now.
Okay. Do you have any advice for young brewers that are starting off? Like any worldly
Hot
wisdoms
tips.
that you have for
Just try and learn.
okay.
Everyone makes mistakes, just learn from them. I mean,
Your
our
first
beer.
batch is gonna be
I mean, yeah, everyone's first batch is I mean,
Right.
usually you start off with copying recipes, and then they're okay.
right.
But then you hone your craft and you get better, and then you can start doing whatever making the beers that you want to make.
Okay.
But the only thing is trial and error, so just keep trying.
Keep brewing.
Yeah.
So we wanted the name to be really, really local because we want the vibe of this place to be really local. We want it to be very Kunming.